Hi, folks.
そういうことね。
Today, I will let you show around the south of JR Tachikawa station. There are mainly business streets in the north area from the station. The south gathers restaurants and bars and plating spots. Actually there is the symbol called wins, which is the place to bet horse races. I don't play such gamble, and I know there is the system to bet through the internet, so I don't know exactly about how astir it is nowadays. Anyway, as I run the street seeing, playing shops gathered around the wins are still existing. That may show that many people come to bet who are not good at using the internet. Not only I but also you may think that street view needn't much narration or explanation, just letting see the street in silence or with BGM. Moreover, I don't know about every street which I shot or will shoot in future, even if I wanted to add explanation. However, I want to fill the talking in my footage, because I want to fascinate you by my talking but street view, if anything. My ideal is that you can enjoy yourself with my talking and scenery in my footage. In short, only I can't explain about streets and I'm so lazy not to check it out in advance. By the way, this footage may be shorter as a work, so I added the footage shooting cherry blossoms from 4 minutes 52 seconds. If you are interested in the scenery, you should not leave before the time. But, the cherry blossoms have begun to drop off to be boosted by windy and rainy last night. The cherry blossom is so fragile that you don't have time to dawdle over going to see the full bloom. Actually, I intended to go to shoot the next day when I expected it would be in full blossom, but I lost the appropriate time due to the unexpected windy and rainy weather. I think that the cherry wants to drop off its flowers as soon as possible to put out new leaves to produce energy, but we want the cherry to keep its flowers in full bloom and want to enjoy seeing the flowers as long as possible, contrary to the cherry wants to drop off as soon as possible. If the cherry had spirit, she never would want her flowers to be seen and want to hide them by putting on panties. I am in Japan and planning to go to the Philippines for my second retirement. However, what is happening in there? I heard that the country is shut down against foreigners and even the people can't go out except shopping. For daily goods, the government severely prohibits their people going out after 16 o'clock. A friend of mine in the Philippines said that it was 29 degrees Celsius even after sunset. Then it proves that COVID-19 has resistance to high temperature. But, other hot countries in Southeast Asia such as Thailand, Laos, and so on are being controlled over the COVID-19. What differences between them are there? In the meantime, how much do you think about the commission to kill a man in the Philippines? I've heard about that from 2 persons on each occasion, but those were the same rate. They said that police officers inquired if they wanted the officers to kill culprits who cheated their money at 40,000 pesos, which is equivalent to about $800, when they reported their suffering to the police on each occasion. They refused the officers' offer for not only their morals but also since they had known the market rate as 5,000 pesos. What a horrible story it is. And what a cheap rate it is. There was a Japanese old man who married a Filipino woman. His wife had married with Filipino man before and had 3 children already. One day, one of the children-in-law collected apartment rent before he went to collect them, as was often the case between them, but he shot a bullet to the child to be dead at that time with impatient temper. He was found dead a little later since he served his sentence. Police reported he killed himself, but they said that he was killed by a hitman employed at a buck. If you have a man whom you want to kill, you should present him travel to the Philippines and employ a hitman on the scene for a buck, which can be the cheapest way for assassination. I wonder if I should choose the Philippines as the place of my second retirement or not. Anyway, I must wait for my kid to graduate from middle high school at least, and I must convince her to go abroad with me by then. Now she says that she doesn't want to separate from her friends. She hasn't understood the advantage of going abroad in her younger days yet. Thailand also is an option, but I won't go to Laos again, which is the country of my wife who is about to divorce from me. Frankly speaking, I had experienced being cuffed by the Lao police. When we quarreled, she called police. She is such a hysterical person. You shouldn't expect impartiality to the communist government. A little bit later, the scene is about to change into the scene of cherry blossoms as I noticed beforehand. I will shut my mouth so as not to disturb you enjoying yourself in the scenery. And I want to add BGM to the scene, but I couldn't find a suitable sound to the scene from Free Write Music. So, I want you to listen to your favorite music by yourself on seeing the scene. Thank you.